Obstacle runners, boys, please get ready. Next race is your very good, good going. Lot of endurance is required for this. Good going. Shabash. Come on, run! Lola Prithogangaya. Not an easy race, not an easy way to go, but it is very easy to give them a big round of applause. Boys struggle that talks about stamina, determination, commitment, and whatnot. I don't have many adjectives to add, but they have done a wonderful job. These girls are talented girls, have showcased their talent in the athletic field. Boys, obstacle runners, boys, please report on the starting point quickly. Ladies and gentlemen who have joined in late this morning, who were not in the morning this day, let me let you know that this is the 78th annual sports at St. Xavier's. Along with it, we have homecoming of 1974-75, the transit batch, which changed over from senior Cambridge to ICAC, and the 1999 batch celebrating their silver jubilee of graduating class 10. Our chief guest for the day is Utpal Bhattacharjee, Chair Professor of Finance, Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, Hong Kong. Professor Bhattacharjee received his bachelor's in mechanical engineering from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur in 1980, an MBA from the Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad in 1982, and his PhD in finance from Columbia University in 1990. He joined the Hong Kong University Science and Technology in 2014. He was an associate editor of the Review of the Financial Studies and the Journal of Financial Markets. He has been invited to present his research in 236 institutes in 35 countries in 5 continents. Professor Bhattacharjee is an excellent teacher. He has taught in top universities of Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, Colombia, Finland, France, Germany, India, Indonesia, and the list is long. We are very privileged to have Professor Bhattacharjee along with us this afternoon. Our guest of honor for today's function is Lieutenant Colonel Rajiv Ranjan Malik. Colonel Malik did his 10th in class 10th in 1999. He then got his military training from the National Defence Academy, Khadagwasla, Pune, Indian Military Academy, Dehradun in 2005-2006. Did his post-graduation diploma in military studies and defence management. Insurgency and jungle welfare schools from Mizoram in 2007. Degree diploma in low intensity conflict management. Military College of Material Management, Jabalpur. Degree was MBA in supply chain management and Masters of Science and Technology. Army War College in Indore as junior commandant. We are very privileged to have these two very prominent alumni along with all the others of 1999, 1974 and 75 batches with us this afternoon. We can increase the hurdle height. The last field event of the sports day, the obstacle for the boys is about to begin. Not to give up is the spirit of a sportsman, and that has been well executed here. We don't give up whether we are first, second, third, fourth, fifth or whatever.
एक राउंड पर मार के दूसरा बार ने छिला जा रहा है दूसरा बार
May I request our very beloved Mr. Kishore Prasad, a former staff of the school, again in charge, to please come to the field and do the honors for the obstacle race winners. Mr. Kishore Prasad, you are very humbly requested to please come to the field and do the honors for the students who have qualified and won medals in the obstacle racing. our beloved Kishore Bhaiya will do the honors for the obstacle race for the girls. First position, Priya Rani of Loyola House. Akamsha Kumari of Brido House second. And Preeti Kumari of Gonzaga House third.
वहाँ कोई वहाँ कोई नहीं है तो सुवेला है कौन है अरे बोला
For the boys, hurdle race. First position goes to Rahul Kumar Puri, Gonzaga House. Second, Ravi Ranjan Singh, Xavier House. Third, Baban Kumar, Gonzaga House.
हाँ बोल क्या बोल सही कल कितने काम करे थे हजारीबाग में वही तो देहे बोली कल हाँ वही हाँ हाँ नहीं घरे तो नहीं तो
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for doing the honors.
ठीक है सर सामने बात करें
The ground staffs are requested to remove the victory stand. Ground staff, victory stand को मैदान से बाहर कर दीजिए.
वो तू कंफर्म कर वो सब
दर्शकों से मेरा अनुरोध है कि रैंप के ऊपर न जाएं. रैंप के ऊपर से फोटोग्राफी करना खतरनाक हो सकता है. प्लीज डू नॉट गेट इनटू द रैंप. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculties, students and parents, we are excited to announce the institution of 2 new scholarship funds generously initiated by Dr. Ranjana Saran, mother of an alumnus, Kaustubh Sinha, a postdoctorate degree holder in US. Also a proud sister of Taleen Kumar, 1979 batch, and a retired IAS officer after 36 years of service as an IAS. And in 2023, he retired as the Secretary Government of India and presently working as a senior advisor in IBM. Dr. Ranjana Saran has another brother here, Tanay Kumar, of 1983 batch, an IAS officer, presently serving as a Special Secretary, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change in Government of India. A proud sister and a proud mother has instituted a scholarship in the name of her mother, Sanata Anand Saran Scholarship. This award will be given on 15th of August each year. The merit day where we celebrate the academic excellence of our top students, achieving the highest marks in the subject of physics, chemistry, biology, and mathematics. This scholarship is a result of the heartfelt gesture from a proud mother of Kaustubh Sinha and a proud sister of two IAS officers who were at St. Xavier's in the year 1979 and 1983. Her gratitude towards the institution has nurtured her son's academic and the personal growth has inspired her to give back to the future generation. She believes deeply in the power of education and is committed to supporting students for demonstrating academic excellence in science. This scholarship aims to encourage and reward academic excellence, providing the resource for students to continue pursuing their dreams in their crucial fields of study. We are deeply grateful for this generous contribution, which not only recognizes the importance of hard work and dedication, but also ensures that the future students have the opportunity to shine. We look forward to seeing many more students rise up to the challenges and excelling in these subjects, and we are incredibly thankful to this remarkable parent for her thoughtfulness and support. Could we have a big round of applause for Dr. Ranjana Saran? We have another set of scholarship which is being instituted by another alumnus of 2004 batch, Mr. Abhishek Agarwal. Mr. Abhishek Agarwal wishes to start the scholarship in the name of his late grandfather, Sri Nathulal Agarwal, and call it the NL Agarwal Memorial Scholarship for extraordinary achievement by a girl child in the field of sports. The Emerging Sportswoman of the Year, established in recognizing and supporting the outstanding female athlete who demonstrate exemplary performance, dedication, and leadership in sports. This scholarship aims to empower emerging female athletes, encouraging them to pursue their athletic and academic goals while promoting gender equality in sports community. The award will be presented during this final events today. For this year, the scholarship amount is 5,000 rupees. This scholarship finds reflect of the alumni ongoing commitment to give back and support the future generation of students. The donor hopes that this initiative will not only ease the financial burden for deserving students but also inspire them to give back to the community in future, just as this alumni has done. Let us continue to hold up the value of formation of persons for others, pursuit of excellence and competence that our alma mater instills in us. Let us give a big round of applause to Mr. Abhishek Agarwal for his generous contribution to the scholarship that has been instituted. Now we eagerly await a very thrilling drill performance by our students. Let me also take this opportunity to thank our well-wisher, supporter, Mr. Shubham Jain, proprietor of Fashion Point, for decorating this campus on the eve of the sports day and the Christmas events. We are really thankful and grateful to Mr. Shubham Agarwal, proprietor of Fashion Point, Hazaribag, for his generous contribution. Shubham Jain of Fashion Point.
Today, as we gather to celebrate sportsmanship and teamwork, we see before ourselves a rainbow, a beautiful arc of colors, each one unique yet blending together in harmony. Let's welcome the students of Standard 2 and 3 with their performance on Colors of Heaven. Just like the rainbow, each of you little ones bring something special to this event. In sports, as in life, it's the unity of our differences, our strengths, skills, and determination that creates something truly extraordinary. So let's celebrate not only winning, but also the joy of participating, supporting one another, and shining together like the vibrant colors of a rainbow.
बस जा था होना है तो आग निकले वो निकल पड़ती तुम्हें पहनता ठीक ड्रोन शॉट कहाँ गया जी चल रहा है जिन्हीं में है संदीप सरवन माही 3 प्रेरणा 4 दो इधर एक उधर 4 को नहीं है 2 को सामने है उधर जा रहा है 3 1 4 से हाँ मैंने नंबर लगे नहीं बनवाता है घर पर बनता है आपण गार्जियन स्कूल के पैसा दिया जाता है 2000 रुपये इसको हिंदुस्तान के मक्की टाइप में एक झील इंग्लिश पर आ जाए
Thank you students for your colorful performance. May I request you all to give them a huge round of applause.
Done. 4 बजे तक चलते हैं। हाँ
Before we get set for the last event for the day, the March Past, we are very honored, privileged to have in midst of us today the famous gynecologist of the town, Dr. Ranjana Saran. As I read out her contribution to the school a while ago, I will not take much time to kill the time of the day. Dr. Ranjana Saran is a proud mother and a proud sister of this institution. I say she is a proud mother because her son, Kaustubh Sinha, graduated from the school in 1996 and is doing his postdoctorate in the United States on protein markers for cancer cells. Mrs. Saran is a proud sister of 2 of the prominent IAS officers who graduated from this school in 1979. Mr. Kaleem Kumar, a retired IAS officer after 36 years of service, He retired in 2023 as the ex-secretary Government of India and is presently the senior advisor in IBM. Her younger brother, Tanay Kumar, graduated from the school in the ICAC board in 1983, is an IAS officer, presently is the Special Secretary, Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change in Government of India. I would very humbly request Dr. Saran to please come to the podium and please share her views, ideas, why she thought of instituting this scholarship for the present students. Ma'am, please. Could we have a round of applause welcoming her to the podium, please?
हाँ पापा के हेलो तू कहाँ है वेलकम तो जाता है गौरव
My dear students and ladies and gentlemen, season's greetings and a very good afternoon to you all. As I stand here, this reminds me of the great contribution this prestigious school has made in the lives of people of Hazaribag in general and to my family in particular. Two of my brothers and my son have been students of this prestigious school, and this school has a major role in shaping their careers, leaving an indelible mark on them. This school has provided with solid knowledge and high moral values. In appreciation and gratitude, I have donated a small sum to this great institution, which will be used by the school for various purposes. I hope that this small effort of mine will encourage and inspire students to perform even better and make their school and society very proud. I wish all the students very best in their life. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for showing such great generosity, for motivating the students to grab the scholarship amounts in the respective science subject. May I very humbly request the batch of 99, because I can command on you because I have taught you, led by the then school captain Sumit Kumar, to take the place in the, what do you call it, the steps here, so that you can have some space for the 1974-75. And I request other dignitaries not to occupy those chairs. We have the homecoming of 1974-75, our senior host. It will be easy for you to take a photograph at the end as well. I request our usherers to please get the first row vacated. Our usherers, please request the ones who are sitting in the first row, our valuable guests, to please take the back seats.
10 महीना थोड़ी नहीं होती है 100 मिलियन आदमी देखे
The students are getting settled for the March Past, the most spectacular event of this school. There will be some 2,000 students in 4 different houses doing the March Past. Each house is divided into 2 parts. A middle section comprising of classes 4 to 7 and the high school comprises of students from class 8 to 12. Last year's position was Gonzaga was in the first position, so they will be the leading house for the March Past of this year. Second position was taken by Brita House, third were Loyola, and fourth was Xavier. They are standing in the order. The March Past will be led by the school captain, Miss Lavanya, and the flag of the school will be carried by the vice captain, Pratyush Kumar. Each house will be led by the house captains, and each house has a punchline for that house. These 4 houses, in blue, red, yellow, and green, are named after the patron saints of the school. Saint Ignatius of Loyola, the founder of the Society of Jesus, is represented by the Loyola House in yellow. Saint Francis Xavier, the Xavier House is in green color. Sir John D. Brito is representing the Brito House in red. And Aloysius Gonzaga is the Gonzaga House in blue. I now hand over the mic to Ms. Afroz and Ms. Susmita to let us know how this is organized and what is the punchline of each house.
Thank you very much, sir. It gives us immense pleasure to welcome all present on this campus to the climax of the day. This much awaited 70th Annual Sports Day of St. Xavier School, Hazaribag. Today is a day of celebration, a day dedicated to athletic excellence, teamwork, and the spirit of sportsmanship. Let us begin with the appreciation for the day-long sporting events that we have witnessed on this very ground. So a huge round of applause from all present here. Can we take it louder, please? The students have put in a lot of effort to make this day happen. Sports play an integral role in shaping our life, teaching us discipline, perseverance, and the importance of collaboration. They are not just about winning medals, but also about learning lessons of humility in victory and grace in defeat. And we saw that happen here today. Our young athletes have been preparing for this day with great enthusiasm and dedication, and they are eager to showcase their talents. From thrilling races to impressive drills, the day promises to be filled with energy and excitement. Let us cheer wholeheartedly as the students prepare themselves for the final parade. Each house came forward with passion and determination. There's no doubt about it. We are certain that this final event will leave us all inspired and filled with pride for the incredible talent in our school. We are now heading towards the highlight of the 70th Annual Sports Day. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to call this day the grand finale, as it marks the culmination of a month-long sports fest. It all started in the month of November, and in the span of 1 month, we have had 138 sporting events, with students from classes prep to 12 participating in various categories. In fact, we have the privilege of witnessing 33 of these events on the field this very day. And ladies and gentlemen, what you behold before you now is a field peppered with the presence of 2,700 students who have waited patiently for this part of the day. Almost 2,000 of these students will be presenting the march past on this hallowed ground. March past has been no less than the star attraction of the sports day at Xavier's School, Hazaribag. It's been this way since the last 3 decades, and its excitement is truly palpable if you look around. You won't see a single vacant seat. You see people all around waiting to witness the parade presented by the middle and high school students. May I now request our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Utpal Bhattacharya, Chair Professor of Finance, Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, to please take the salute. So here it begins, with the music running in our blood, the band making our hearts hum. The school captain, Xavier, is leading the marching troop, followed by the school vice captain, Pratish Kumar, bearing the school flag. Followed by the middle school children, comprising of the students from classes 4 to 7, marching towards the stage area to offer their salute to the Honorable Chief Guest and other dignitaries present on the stage. The first that you see in front of the stage is the Gonzaga House in blue, named after Saint Aloysius Gonzaga, the 16th century Italian prince who renounced his royal position to become a Jesuit and died while serving the sick during an outbreak of plague in Rome. Known as a competent student and highly regarded for his virtues of charity and humility, Saint Aloysius Gonzaga is the patron saint of youth and students. is faithfully followed by the members of Gonzaga House. Next in the parade, we have Brito House with the students in red. The Brito House has been named after Saint John de Brito, a 17th century Portuguese Jesuit missionary who spent his life as a sadhu in South India. He is known as Arulande in Tamil Nadu, where he was martyred. We see the Brito House marching forward smartly, followed by students in yellow, representing the Loyola House.
भगवान वीडियोग्राफी में सब बात करें।
The Loyola House has been named after Saint Ignatius of Loyola, the 16th century Spanish nobleman, priest and theologian who founded the Jesuit order in 1534 and was responsible for sending Saint Francis Xavier to India. With Loyola House marching forward in yellow, here comes the students of Xavier House in green. Xavier House is named after Saint Francis Xavier, a Spanish Catholic missionary and saint who was the co-founder of the Society of Jesus along with Saint Ignatius of Loyola. He came to India in 1542 as a missionary and his family coat of arms is depicted partially in our school crest. After the wonderful marching by the middle school students, let's witness the precision and unity of the march past presented by the senior school students of classes 8 to 12. All the four houses will march in the same order like the middle school children. Gonzaga House Senior School comes forward, holding the banner with the words of Saint Aloysius Gonzaga, "It is better to be a child of God than the king of the whole world." All educational endeavors in this institution is warmly founded on the values embodied and exemplified in the person of Saint Aloysius Gonzaga and expressed in the motto "To shine and enkindle." When we suffer anything, we give proof of our love and encapsulates the very essence of humanity. Before you have senior school students of Brito House, potent with initiative and self-confidence, marching forward with all dignity, holding high the motto of learn, live and lead. The Loyola House band Loyola, to give and not to come to the cause. The senior school students carrying high the values of gratitude, optimism and generosity as manifested and embraced by the patron Saint Ignatius Loyola. Finally, we have the words of Saint Francis Xavier to inspire us eternally. No one can ever stand in great things. No one can ever excel in great things if you do not first excel in small things. Here we have the senior school students of Xavier House marching smartly and presenting the salute to the guide. Their motto, to know, love and serve well in this life. Let us also acknowledge the school band present in their elegant attire in the center of the field and who have so wonderfully assured the rhythm and flow of the march past. Let us embrace this spectacle with a great grand cheer. What we see now is a field full of colors, light, vibrancy, rhythm, and enthusiasm. The rainbow came down onto the campus of St. Xavier's Hazaribag twice today, with the classes 1 and 2 presenting that wonderful drill, and now with the colorful parade that we witnessed in front of us. Let all of us appreciate that impeccable discipline and harmony, the coordination that goes into making this possible. Let
school occasions, we take the pride to sing the school anthem. I request all our alumni to please rise up and take the position that they generally take while singing the school anthem. Please await the leaders to lead us into the school anthem. I hope you will agree with me that we had a very wonderful day, the whole day today. Those who have just joined in, I'll let you know that we, along with the 78th annual sports, are also felicitating the homecoming of the 1974-75 batch and the 1999 Silver Jubilarian batch back to school. The chief guest for the day was none other than Dr. Utpal Bhattacharjee of 1974 batch, who is the chair professor of finance, Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, Hong Kong. And our guest of honor for the day is Lieutenant Colonel Rajiv Ranjan Malik of 1999 batch. We are very privileged for their coming back to this institution and living the nostalgia that they left with 50 years and 25 years ago. May I very humbly request Dr. Utpal Bhattacharjee to please come to the podium and say his words of wisdom to our students.
लगा दिया वहीं पे?
Please, sir.
ऑडियंस को दिखाइए यही पर इसने दिखता है डायगोनल लगा तो बोलते हो ना
ये साफ वाली साफ बैठ में तक यहाँ बैठेगी
Principal Father Rosa, the teaching staff, the administrative staff, and the sports staff, the Golden Jubilee class of 1974-75, and the Silver Jubilee class of 1999. Most important, the students of St. Xavier's Hazaribag, and even more important, their parents who had the wisdom to send their children to this wonderful school. Thank you for inviting me to serve as chief guest for this auspicious event. I'm really honored and I feel humbled. It has been 50 years since I graduated. It just feels like yesterday. Actually, that's not quite right. I look at my head, there is no hair, so it's not yesterday. Let me start by saying that I am today all because of this sacred place, this St. Xavier's Hazaribag. Particularly, the school taught me three things, amongst many. One, how to think. Two, discipline. Three, work-life balance. I will now illustrate these points with anecdotes from my life during those wonderful years in SXX. First, how to think. My favorite father was Father Grogan, our English teacher. He is no more. God rest his soul. I'll do a pilgrimage later to his grave. I used to follow Grogan to his office, and the office used to be there, it's now broken down, after every class, trying to improve my English. He used to make fun of some of us. He used to say, "You Indians always say, I passed out in 1974, or I passed out in 1988. Did you know that passed out means you faint? You become unconscious? Did you become unconscious in 1988? So I said, "Father, what should I use?" So I said, "Just use the word graduation or finished." Then there was this debate about prepone versus postpone. He said, "Prepone doesn't exist in the English language." He was right. But I think one day we will have a dictionary of Indian English and prepone will be there. Well, the most important thing was he used to make me write a one-page essay every week, a topic of my own choosing. So one day I thought I should really provoke him. And he asked me, "What's your topic?" And I said, "Why God does not exist." Remember, he's a Jesuit. He's devoted his entire life to God. My mother comes from a family of Bengali Brahmins who have been priests. My father is from Madhya Pradesh, and they've been serving the Maharaja River. And here I am arguing the point of view of an atheist. Father Grogan looked at me. I thought he'd be insulted. He just smiled. He encouraged, and he told me, "I want that essay next week." I spent a lot of time in that library out there, trying to do research, and I wrote that essay. That's the only essay that I ever got A in. All my essays were B's and C's. So I learned for the first time that it is very, very important to understand a completely opposite point of view. Let me tell you, there will be a lot of peace in the world if we all learn to do that. From Father Cronin, I learned that asking a question is more important than giving an answer. Who is more important, the individual or society? He helped answer with Lord of the Flies, which was a book for our senior Cambridge, and 1984, a book that he loaned to me. Lord of the Flies is a story of how horrible things happen when the individual is in charge, and 1984 is a book of how horrible things happen when society is in charge. Father Cronin was much before his time. He nailed what was wrong with Asian education systems. They teach us how to solve problems. CBSE, everything is about taking an exam. In China, where I teach now, there is one day where about 10,000 students from class 12 take the same exam. The entire country comes to a standstill. Everything is about taking an exam. Maybe education is also asking the right question. And that helped me to write my dissertation. So I'll just try to do a play acting with you with what happened to my PhD supervisor. He said, "What topic, Utpal?" I said, "On corruption, sir." He said, "Why corruption?" I said, "I'm from Bihar, sir. We are experts in corruption." Those days, Jharkhand was Bihar. Then he said, "Then every Bihari should get a PhD in corruption. Why don't they?" My answer was, because they have not attended St. Xavier's Hazaribag. They do not know how to frame a question. Then he said, "If your question is how to model corruption, don't do it. It's already been done." I said, "No, sir. My question is how to measure corruption. If you pardon my imprudence, sir, Father Malhan, who we call Malcha, our lab teacher in high school, he told us that what distinguishes science from other subjects like religion or mathematics is that measurement is an integral part of the science." My advisor said, "But Utpal, the World Bank has already measured corruption with survey data." My answer, "Sir, survey data, like exit polls, have problems. Respondents do not tell you the truth. I want to measure corruption in stock markets by looking at actual stock data, and stock data does not lie." His answer, "That sounds promising. Go for it." The dissertation was titled Insiders and Outsiders, and now I come back to St. Xavier's Hazaribag too. K.P. Verma, who taught us chemistry labs, he was paranoid on the insistence on the concept of pH plus and pH minus, and Malcha on the insistence of plus and minus in the battery experiments. There's a duality in physical systems as there is just a duality in philosophical systems. So remember, those days Professor Chaco had just joined and was teaching a weird subject called New Math, where he had things like 1 plus 1 equal to 11. So I remember what he had taught us, Venn diagrams. So I do a set of corrupt people and a set of honest people, and there was an intersection of the sets, which was called people who can be corrupted, and my entire dissertation was based on that intersection. Those ideas spawned many papers, one of which is now used to detect insider trading in all exchanges all over the world. I assume, of course, that the regulators are honest. More on how to think. Strategy. There's this guy sitting out there. He got a double promotion and joined my class in class 6. From then on, he and I competed with each other for the number 1 position forever. I will admit after 50 years that Taposh was smarter than I am. How do I know? Because I am smart enough to know who's smarter than me. But I beat him many times. Why? Because Taposh took higher Bengali with Mrs. Banerjee, tough teacher, and she rarely gave maths above 80%. I strategically took Sanskrit with Panditji. And what is Sanskrit? You can easily score 100 out of 100 because Sanskrit was like math. It's only right or wrong. So I beat Taposh with Sanskrit. The second point I wanted to stress was discipline. There were a few bold people. One of them is again sitting right out there. They went to see late night movies. And remember, we all were in hostel that time. We were not supposed to leave after 9 p.m. They put pillows under their blankets to make it seem that there was a boy sleeping there. And then they took off. And how did they get in at 12 midnight? They climbed up those walls up to the first floor like Spider-Man. I was a coward. I was no Spider-Man and I was too scared. So the only time I went to see a movie was during a school holiday like the Eid. And what did I go to see? Amitabh Bachchan's Janjeer. And what happened? I got caught immediately by Father Jones. Now, I don't know, most of you don't know who Father Jones is. He's passed away too. If you have not seen him, he looks like a German Nazi Gestapo executioner. We were very scared of him. Caught me, next day went to his office and received 10 dandas. Those days they used to give dandas. And the next day he played handball with me as if nothing happened. Total professional. Point of the story, there are rules and there are consequences if you break the rules. Yesterday someone told me that you can spot a student anywhere in Hazaribag and say if he or she is from St. Xavier's by seeing how disciplined they are. They're right. My response, if the rest of India is like you guys, like us St. Xavier students, India will have no problems. And the third part, and which I'll end by, work-life balance. Before I applied, my father searched a lot for a boarding school where he could afford with his middle-class salary and which emphasized sports as much as it did studies. And the reason was he was the captain of the BHU football team and sports was very important to him. So I joined St. Xavier's. The emphasis on sports was amazing, but here I was a disaster. I was more interested in extracurricular activities and not in sports. I think in my 8 years here I scored only 2 goals. And those 2 goals were scored in the goal post outside the ex-cinema hall. I took a picture of that goal post. Please don't be a nerd like me. Look what happens. Yeah, booty. So to conclude, you and I are here up, and so are the batch of 1999, the batches of 74, 75, and other Hoxons who are here. We are here on a very, very sacred ground. You may not realize it, but you realize it later. So Jai St. Xavier's Hazaribag. Jai St. Xavier's Hazaribag. Jai St. Xavier's Hazaribag. Thank you. Namaskar.
That was Professor Bhattacharjee leading us through the memory lanes of his days at St. Xavier's. The hostel days, the way, the mischiefs, but everything was very professionally done, as he said. Father Jones, the principal who admitted me into this institute, I remember him very fondly. And the objectives that Dr. Bhattacharjee mentioned appropriately fits his personality. May I now request our Honorable Father Principal to present a token of love to our chief guest, Dr. Utpal Bhattacharjee. Our guest of honor for today's function was Lieutenant Colonel Rajiv Ranjan Malik. Could I request him to please come and collect a token of appreciation, a memento, which has the school's picture that he can place in his home and admire the school in his dreams. as we gather to celebrate the spirit of sportsmanship, unity, and excellence at our annual Sports Day, we take a moment to reflect on the incredible generosity and dedication that has helped shape the future of our beloved school. We are deeply honored to recognize one of our esteemed alumni, Mr. Arhyant Jain, for unwavering support and vision have made a lasting impact on our school community. By constructing the stadium that you see now, named after Father Kevin Grogan's Stadium, was constructed by Mr. Arhyant, has not only provided a physical shape to our students, but also created a legacy of pride, motivation, and opportunity for generations to come. On behalf of the entire school, student, faculty, and staff, we extend our deepest thanks to Mr. Arhyant for his gesture. So your support will continue to inspire our students. Thank you, Mr. Arhyant. There are prizes for the class teachers for the academic calendar year 2024. This award was instituted by the Commerce section 2 years back. Unfortunately, that award could not be backed by the high school, any class, because of reasons that are not to be announced in public. But there are junior school, middle school, and +2 class teachers who bagged this award this year. In a row for the second time in the junior school is Prep E, Miss Sazia. The class scored 209.47. These points are given to the class participation in various activities, academic, co-curricular, sports, etc. Not sports, academics and co-curricular. I request our guest, Mr. Bhattacharya, to please appreciate the hard work of our teachers as well. Ms. Sazia Sikandar, Prep E. In the middle section, it is class 7C, Ms. Ruchi Sinha. Ms. Ruchi Sinha. 7C scored 86.37 in this academic calendar year. Ruchi Sinha. I will call out the class teacher for +2. In +2, the class that scored the highest was 12C, Mrs. Amrita Sahai. Because Mrs. Sahai hurriedly get into the field, or the class captain may come and collect. We are short of time. She is coming. Thank you, sir. Oh, sorry, she is coming. She is coming. I didn't see that. The whole day has been very energetic, and you can see the energy of our teachers right now. Age is just a number. The heart is still young. I'll give some rest to our chief guest for a while, so you can take your seat after this. Moving on to the individual champions, may I request Dr. Ranjana Saran to please come to the ground and give the individual championships to the individual champion in each division. As I call out your names, show your spirit of athletic endeavor and do come running to the field. In the A division, it was Gonzaga House, Badal Kumar giving 20.5 points to the house. Badal Kumar, Gonzaga House. In B division, it was Samrat Nandi of Brido House giving 13 points to the house. In C division, it is from Loyola House, Asif Akhtar. In the D division, it is Gonzaga House again, Ayushman Roy, 16 points. E division, again Gonzaga House, who? Mohammad Imaduddin. F division, it now goes to Xavier House, Aditya Topo. G division, Gonzaga House again, Anurag Kungari. H division, again Gonzaga House, Prateek Kumar. Now in G1, Loyola House, Kaira Sri, 4D, Kiara Sri. G2, Brido House, Anvi Goyal. G3, again Brido House, Ansika Kumari. And plus 2 girls, which house? Xavier House, Akriti Gupta. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for doing all these honors. Thank you very much. Now some special awards. I request our guest of honor for the day, Lieutenant Colonel Rajiv Ranjan Malik, to do these honors. These are special awards. Dr. M. Pathak Memorial Trophy and a medal for the Emerging Sports Person of the Year was instituted by brother Dr. Ashok Pathak of 1966 and Ajit Pathak of 1972 in honor of the memory of their father. It is an award to a student who is judged the best sports person for the year. The best sports person for this year goes to, the name is anonymous, Badal Kumar of Tennessee. His achievements are school football team captain, CBSE Cluster 3, football bronze medalist, inter-house football, second position, 1500 meters race, first position, long jump, first position, 800 meters first, 400 meters second, and contributed to the house 18.5 points. The trophy has to come back. That's a running trophy. The medal he can keep. All right, Colonel Saab, you can occupy your place. This year we have been very fortunate to one of our alumnus to have started a new, appreciation for this emerging sportswoman. This is for the first time. I will give you a list of her achievement and then I'll ask the name. 2022 Under 13 State Silver Medalist. 2022 played National Table Tennis Championship. 2023 Under 13 State Silver Medalist. 2023 played National Table Tennis Championship. 2023 qualified for the SGFI Nationals. The list is long. Bronze medalist in CBSE Cluster 3. 2024 qualified for Sub-Junior Nationals. 300 meters race, second position. 100 meters race, first position. Contributed 8 points to the... Who is that girl? Yeah, that's Anvi Goyal. May I request Abhishek Jaiswal, the donor of this, to please hand the check to Miss Anvi Goyal. Abhishek Jaiswal is an animalist of this school of the year 2000. Agarwal. Abhishek Agarwal is an alumnus of this school of 2004 batch. It's a cash award of 5,000 rupees. It is an ongoing award for future as well. Moving on to Father John Moore Trophy for Human Excellence. This was set up by the batch of 1965. Is given annually to a senior student who has best demonstrated the gift of human dignity as Father John Moore defines it. There were 3 contestants for this, 2 girls and 1 boy. The jury were not able to judge because the points were neck to neck. But the final decision came up in favor of a gentleman, Pratyush Kumar of 12B, declared as the winner of the John Moore Trophy for Human Excellence. This will be given by our chief guest, Mr. Dr. Bhattacharjee. Please, sir. That's a replica of what was there. You can hold that. It's a replica of that. The original one has to be returned. That is the original one, you have to return it. Thank you, sir, for appreciating the students. There is a special award for a person who in his 13 years of schooling had never remained absent for a single day. Secured 100% attendance throughout his schooling at St. Xavier's, from class prep to class 12. With the exception of the year that was affected by COVID-19 pandemic, he missed 2 of his online classes because of technical difficulties. He is awarded a cash prize of rupees 2,000 and a certificate of appreciation. This gentleman belongs to 12A, Saif Ali, for being present in the school for all the days from class prep to class 12. Coming up next, may I now request once again Mr. Rajiv Malik to please do some of the honors. I think the entire crowd will agree with me that the performance of the junior schools was eye-catching and it held us spellbound. Therefore, we appreciate their efforts. I request the class teachers of the various sections to please come and collect the appreciative prize that we want to present to the students. Class teachers, 4 house teachers may come, or any one of them Teachers from 4 houses of the junior section. 4 houses. That's 1. I said 4. 4 houses, no? Anamika, could you please run and come? That's 2. I can count now 3 and 4. Moving ahead, there's a trophy for the best house in academics and co-curricular. I'll not read out the points achieved in academic and co-curricular because it will take time and it's getting cold. We want to clear off this field quickly. So I'll just name out the best house in academics and co-curricular. Brito House. All right, now you can go back. Your chocolates. Yes, we'll take it back. Best in sports and games. Now this crowd has already come, so I'd expect another crowd to come. Best in sports and games. Which house? Which house? Brito House. You don't come. You don't come. Let others from the house also come. 4 girls may come. All right. All right, Brito House, go back. I think they will be generous enough to share their gifts with others as well. Let's see. Sir, I request you also to jointly present these trophies. Often when I announce the best disciplined team, that team turns out to be the most indisciplined after the announcement. Okay. So the house masters this time, because they have trained the house and have maintained the discipline. Now let people know how do we give the discipline point. It's not the one that is decided today. It is a year-long process. At the beginning of the calendar year, we give each house 1,000 points. And these points get deducting for any form of indiscipline, punctuality, dressing sense, etc., etc. And is accounted with the negatives and the positives. And then, during the mini sports and today's sports. So it is not only today's achievement, it is achievement of 365 days from January 2024 to December 20th, 2024. I request the house masters to come for this, and it is the house master of Brito House once again. An appreciation for the Brito House. But other houses were no less. They were neck to neck. Only because of your punctuality and others, you have lost few points. Best in marching. I had kept neutral judges this time, except one parent whom I entrusted because he is my student and his daughter happens to be in the school. So I entrusted saying, I think he will not be biased and will mark as the march. He said, if my daughter is in that house and if that house marches well, what should I do? I'm going to then mark that house the best. Other two judges were the Jesuits from some other school and the community. And they have unanimously given the decision which lies in front of me. Again, I'll request the housemaster with the middle school captains with their flag to come and collect the best marching house in the middle section is again Brito House. I can see a Brito House teacher cannot hold her breath and walking into the field now in a red color sari. All right. Again, I request only two other teachers from that house to come to collect the trophy for the best marching in the senior section, Brito House. Give me some goose. The people are saying I'm doing some bargaining over here. Any house want to bribe me now? For the Magus Cup? My words can change. Having given all the prizes to the Brito House, the Magus Cup, which holds into account all the points, right from academics and co-curricular, sports and games, discipline and marching, it goes to Brito House! Only 2 members, otherwise I'll start deducting 200 marks from your discipline. If more than 2 members come, I'll start deducting marks, 200 points from the house. Last time I did that for Gonzaga. This time, if you don't show your patience, we'll do the same. The flag bearers can come. And the housemaster and the housemistress. And I'll also join in because that may come in the paper tomorrow. Alright, okay, House Captain. I'm giving the liberty to the House Captain for cheering up. Please, here.
Want to cheer up? For one last time this year, let the fire ignite! Let the fire ignite! Let the fire ignite!
Let me now request our Honorable Father Principal to deliver the vote of thanks. With the list will be long. I request Father to please deliver the vote of thanks.
Honorable Chief Guest of the Day, Mr. Uttal Bhattacharya, Hoxton 1974 batch. Guest of Honor of the Day, Mr. Rajiv Ranjan Malik, Hoxton 1999 batch. Dear alumni and friends of 1974, 75 and 1999 batches. All elders and young vibrant brothers of our St. Xavier School family, all our former students. On this special occasion, surely my heart is filled with gratitude to each one of you. Firstly, it is with immense reverence and gratitude I thank the Almighty God for caring, leading and protecting all of us throughout the day and night. Dear Hoxton's alumni, in spite of your busy schedule, you have found time to be with us. We are inspired by your gracious presence. I, on behalf of the entire school family, fraternity, I extend you all a hearty thanks for gracing this occasion and sharing with us your experiences, vision and thoughts. We are honored today by the very presence of you. Thank you so much. I thank our local administration for taking care of our guests. I also extend my gratitude to all our distinguished guests, benefactors, well-wishers, fathers, sisters who have come from far and near to encourage us. Your presence here with us today is a real testimony to the goodwill, cooperation and appreciation you have for our school. Thank you. Thank you, dear parents, for being with us on our annual sports day. Thank you very much for your support and cooperation you extend in the smooth functioning of our school and for your valuable presence, especially today. We thank Mr. Subham, Fashion Point Hazaribag, for his co-workers who have taken every initiative to decorate and to beautify our school campus. Our sincere thanks to media people for their media coverage and services. Special thanks go to our teaching and non-teaching staff and to all dear students for making this day a memorable one. This wonderful day was possible because of your hard work, wholehearted dedication and commitment. Thank you very much. We extend our heartfelt thanks to all those who have labored behind the curtain to make today's program successful and meaningful. We know that you share the great legacy of the Jesuit education, dear Hoxtons. You have an alumni network. You witness your gratitude, love and affection for the great men and women who helped you to shape your lives. You have become men of competence, conscience, compassion and commitment. You inspire us by your good living examples. We assure you the spirit of our Xavier family bond and school spirit will remain alive and active. We will keep our academic standard high and strong, filled with moral, ethical and good human values. We will carry high our flag and never let it drag. And always we will sing St. Xavier's Hazaribag. I am sure you enjoyed seeing the students in this ground in various items, drills and activities. Proudly you came, proudly you go, and wherever you go, set fire to the world with Xaverian values and with the spirit of Magis. May you be blessed with good health and the lasting happiness. I wish you and pray that may God continue to bless us and our families. Safe journey to all of you who will be traveling back soon. Finally, I wish you, all of you, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year 2025. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Before we conclude, this announcement is very humbly made to the parents, guardians of the students of junior section. सभी अभिभावकों से मेरा अनुरोध है जूनियर सेक्शन के बच्चों का कि अपने बच्चों को जूनियर स्कूल प्रांगण से ही कलेक्ट करेंगे, कृपया मैदान के अंदर प्रवेश नहीं करेंगे. It's my humble request to all other parents and dignitaries not to get into the field because we are about 3,000 students on the ground right now. Your cooperation and support will help us to smoothly vacate this place. I request none of the parents to please get into the field. Victory lap by the Brido House can be taken after this field has been cleared off. Now, let us get ready to end this program with the national anthem. The drummers will give instruction. I humbly request all our visitors, guests, and well-wishers to please rise up for the national anthem. I request the students of the high school and +2 section plus the middle school to sit down. Junior school students, please remain standing and move through the residence side, that side. From the tracks, you move from that end. Take the track and move from that end. Gonzaga House, you can move from this side. This passageway is very narrow.